Hello and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing great. First of all, I want to say sorry for not uploading last week. I was in a bit of a bad mood, feeling really tired, but from now on I should be back one video a week like usual. So today I could have made a bunch of videos. Promised Neverland is really heating up. Attack on Titan is so hype at the moment. Seven Deadly Sins is back and it's okay. Black Clover is also back and there's been a time skip. Everyone's had a power up. Although, I'm not sure I like Asta's new design. He's like this really buff dwarf and it's kind of funny, but it wouldn't feel right to make a video on those things when realistically, I've only been very interested in one particular anime, and that is, of course, One Piece. Over the past month or so, I think I've seen arguably the worst arc of One Piece that I've seen so far, and the best arc of One Piece I've seen so far. So if you know a bit about the show and you've been following my One Piece journey, you might have been able to work this out. I'm talking about the Foxy Pirate Arc and the Water 7 arc. And by Water 7, I mean both Water 7 and Enies Lobby. I'm just calling it the Water 7 arc as an umbrella term. And a quick disclaimer, this video will have spoilers for these particular arcs that I'm talking about, so if you're not up to date with One Piece or you plan on watching it in the future, this might not be the video for you. So with that out of the way, let's start talking about my least favorite arc of One Piece, the Foxy Pirate Arc. So I've been skipping most of the filler arcs of One Piece, so when I say worst arc, I mean canon, even though this arc is kind of like a mix of both filler and canon, but I'll get onto that later. Although I have seen one filler arc and that was the G8 arc, I believe it's called, and that was decent. It was very funny, it had some tension, it was overall quite a good arc, I would say. And the reason I watched this one specifically is because when I went on Twitter and Reddit, it was the only one that people said was really worth watching. Now, the Foxy Pirate Arc. Let's start with the positives. Overall, this was a very funny arc. This arc was almost like a comedy arc for me. There was loads of genuinely funny moments. Now that's all good, but at times it really sort of broke the seriousness of certain moments. And overall, I think the characters were well thought out and the games were also generally quite interesting. But I only watched half of this arc and then I skipped to the final episode because honestly, it was getting just too repetitive for me. I watched the first Davy Back Challenge, I believe it's called. I watched that first one, but that second one was like the final straw. I genuinely just couldn't keep watching it. And a part of the problem is the fact that it's a mix of both canon and filler. The Foxy Pirates return, the second Davy Back fight, it was all just too much for me. And honestly, I didn't miss anything by skipping to the end. Although you do have to see that last episode because it's our first introduction to the Admiral. I'm not going to try pronounce his name because I know I'm just going to mess it up, but you know who I mean, the ice guy with the shades. The problem that I found with the Foxy Pirate Arc was also motivation. Not only my motivation to carry on watching, but also the motivations of the characters. Like Luffy accepting a second round, it just didn't seem very much justified, and yeah, it was all just a little bit too random for me. I'm kind of glad that I skipped half of it. As far as I know, I haven't missed any key story elements. But now onto the Water 7 / Enies Lobby arc. So first of all, design-wise, Water 7 was a very, very cool design. With its massive fountain and the 7 different docks, it made sense and it looked very good. The characters are all unique and very memorable. You've got Chimney, Kokoro-san, Tom-san, Frankie, Sodom and Gamora, the two giants, Yokozuna the frog. Kokoro-san turning out to be a mermaid was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time. Sogeking, the king of the snipers, was also a very standout character in that arc. The demise of the Going Merry was also very difficult to watch. Please explain to me how this show has made me emotionally attached to a pirate ship. I was in borderline tears when Usopp was crying his eyes out, clinging to the final hope of the Going Merry surviving. When they had to say goodbye and burn the ship, I was genuinely emotional in these moments, as a lot of people were. I think this is where the length of One Piece comes into play. It's difficult to get that emotionally attached to anything really in a show when it's less than 12 episodes long. But with One Piece, it feels as though you're going on a journey with these group of friends that are yours. I rarely laugh out loud with shows or videos, but honestly, with One Piece, I'm genuinely ecstatic. I've never had this much fun watching a single show ever. There is a genuine connection and attachment I feel with these characters, as many people do. And that's why you see this show that's over 20 years long still have a loyal and solid fan base. But yeah, talking about the actual arc, the reveal of the Galilea company also being CP9 was a very surprising turn of events, with Rob Lucci being one of the best antagonists, I would say, of One Piece so far. The leader of CP9 being one of the most dislikable characters I've ever seen. This arc also shows the rise of the Straw Hat Pirates and the world finally acknowledging their power. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Just know I'm really enjoying One Piece and I can't wait to see what the Thriller Bark arc is going to bring. I've heard some great things about it. But yeah, hit that like button if you did enjoy the video and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!